Hello, welcome back to the Chess Mindset. In this video, I have a puzzle that teaches a very important concept of forcing moves. So if you want to have a go at this, it's black to move, and just to clarify, the pawns are going up the board for black, and for the white, the pawns are going down the board. So it's going to be black to move, and if you want to have a go at this, then pause the video right now and try to think of the solution. Okay, so hopefully by now you've had a chance to take a look at this puzzle. So let's go over a couple ideas that you might have had in mind. So first of all, this knight is hanging because our queen can just take it. So you might have thought, okay, what happens if we just take the knight? The problem is, after queen h8, our king is sort of in danger. Like, we can go rook here, but then queen can take on h6, and notice this forks our king and knight. So if we, let's say, move our king, or even if we block with the rook, if we move our king, then we just lose the knight. Right? If we block with the rook, then same thing, we just lose our knight. And we have no good follow-up because everything is just guarded. And we're going to be down in material and we're going to lose the game. And also, before you take 3 pieces, we have to think about what is the material count right now. Notice that we both have a rook, we both have a queen, we both have a knight, but the opponent has an extra bishop and rook. So the truth is, even if we take this knight, we're still going to be down a rook. So the material count sort of hints that we need some sort of win right now. So another move you might have thought of is, what about queen to f2? And the idea is that if they don't do anything, if they just play something random, then we have rook to h2, and this is checkmate because the queen guards these 2 squares and the rook is giving checkmate. So that's a good idea. The problem with that is the opponent's just not going to sit around and let you checkmate, right? And in fact, in this case, the opponent has a forcing move. They can go queen to b4, and this gives a check to our king. And usually when your king is so exposed like this, right, your opponent can easily just check you and win material back. For example, this knight. If you move your king here, then they'll just take your knight. Now there is another move here, queen h1, but this actually doesn't work. This actually doesn't work for white because we can go rook to g1, and after the queen moves, let's say here, then we have this checkmate with queen to g2. So if we went with queen to f2, we're just one move too slow, and it gives our opponent enough time to actually stabilize, because after he takes the knight, then it actually guards this h2 square and our rook cannot deliver checkmate anymore. If we give a check like this, then we're still going to be losing the game. So that's why queen f2 is a good idea, but it's not the actual move because we're just a bit too slow. So this brings us to the topic of the video. We need a forcing move. So what is a forcing move? A forcing move is something that forces our opponent to make a specific sequence of moves. And the most forcing move in this position is rook to h2. Now this is forcing because the king can't actually go anywhere else, because let's see, the knight is covering the square, the queen is covering the square, so the king has to take the rook, right? And after the king takes, we can go queen to f2, and this is yet another forcing move. Why? Because the queen guards this square and this square, so the king can only go to h1. And do you spot it now? Well, it's simple, right? Queen to g2, and this is checkmate because the queen is guarded by the knight and the king has nowhere to go. And just to clarify, rook to g1 doesn't work because the rook can just take, and now we have no more checkmates. If we take the rook, then we just lose our queen, and then we're just going to lose the game. So once you think about this, it's actually a very simple puzzle because we only need to calculate the forcing moves, right? If we calculate all of these like queen f2 ideas or like rook here ideas, then it's going to be much harder for us because then it's not a forcing move. We have to calculate moving the king, they're going to take our knight and all sorts of lines. But that's why it's very useful to calculate the forcing moves first. And actually, if a forcing move works, then you don't even need to calculate anything else, right? Rook h2 forces the king to take, queen f2 forces the king to h1, and then queen g2 is just checkmate. And before we finish off the video, just do a quick visualization and think about the moves in your head without me playing them. So rook h2, king h2, queen f2, king h1, and then queen g2, and that's checkmate because the knight is guarding our queen. Also, as a bonus, calculate why queen f2 doesn't work. Right, so queen f2, the idea is to go rook to h2, checkmate, but after queen f2, there is queen b4, and this forks our king and knight. So after our king moves to g1, the queen takes the knight on f4, and it guards the h2 square. So now we can't actually go rook h2. So sort of visualize these moves in your head, and then you can sort of see why this queen f2 move doesn't actually work. And once again, if you want to get better at these puzzles and reach 1000 Elo, then check out my Skool community in the link in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.